Beautiful people. First off, Happy New Year's. And to celebrate a new year, welcome to 2025. We have the first FC award show. We have 10 categories, including but not limited to the best SBC of the year, the Freebie of the year, a Club Legend Award, best new player, most broken player, Sweatiest Player, Golden Boot, Ballon d'Or, Streamer of the Year, and Creator of the Year. By all means, we have a comment section. Use it. This is our first yearly award ceremony. If you like the concept, drop a like on the video. If you're new, it is free to subscribe. By all means, share it with your favorite creators. First category, best SBC of the year. And I've put some time, plenty of thought with building some criteria around longevity, price point, capability on the virtual pitch. And I'd like to mention a few honorable mentions. Vinny, that's got to be a conversation starter. Yes, he's expensive, but has he performed? Has he given you quality? Is he still performing present day? No denying the talent. That new Gakpo, there's some hype. There's no denying that there's an instant impact, but I don't think he's done enough. Sane, personal favorite. Early access to the finesse shot, range, weak foot, speed, pace, the upgrade, undeniable. Socrates, the philosopher, a real demon on the pitch. He's not saving lives. If anything, you might need an exorcism. But when it came down to longevity, price point, accessibility, overpowered nature, there was only one. Sissoko. 20,000 coins, instant Evo edition. This man was affordable and completed by legitimately everyone and has to be the obvious choice for the best SBC of the year. Next category, best freebie of the year. And there's just a couple players that come to mind. I don't have a recency bias, but that Konate is top tier. He's a man amongst boys in that center back position. But I just feel as if this award has to go to Malin. He wasn't difficult to unlock with the season. Skill points, EA was handing those out. Play him as a winger or a striker, and many of your teams, you're using him as a super sub. And I checked the numbers. I wanted to run the metrics. In 116 games, we have 93 goals, 37 assists, 130 contributions with limited opportunity. And I wish that EA had a stat line measuring efficiency or per minute usage rate, because Malin in my team has had to come off the bench. He's had many interchangeabilities. He's had versatilities, but most importantly, he has delivered time and time again. Club legend could be self-explanatory. Someone for your organization that has put on for the culture. Cue the drum roll. Icon Laudrup, 89 overall. And he's not meant to be good. Zero history of being overpowered or having a track record of success. And he's been able to orchestrate so much in my attack, in big moments, and having that trickster added bonus, the turn and the burn and the 5-star skills, I would have never expected it. But in 182 games, both playing as a center attacking mid and a left wing, he has 109 goals and 164 assists. He has captained this team multiple weekend leagues, leads by example, and he's done it quietly. It's been under the radar. Best New Player Award. Somewhat self-explanatory, new players that were introduced to FC 25. We're focusing mainly heroes, icons. And there's a few names I'd like to mention. Hamsik, start out the year, did not age like fine wine. Maicon, he's been a specimen. Zay Roberto, would highly recommend the SBC for the Winter Wildcard. One of my most used new players. Gareth Bale, you might be overspending, but definitely deserved an icon item. But simply the best is clear cut. It's undeniable. Hazard has everything you're looking for. True winger. The skills and the dribbling, the responsiveness, the body type. If you'd like more victories under your belt, and you might have to spend for it, this is not a list about value. I'm happy that he's back in the title, and he's better than he's ever been before. Most broken player in FC 25. And hear me out. We're not just talking about high rated and big spends. These are players that perform, that don't really make sense. And there is a certain amount of open access. That's the way that I look at it. Of course, we could talk about R9 or Mbappe. They're completely and utterly broken. But for the majority of the player pool, you won't be able to insert them into a lineup until very late stage game cycle if you're lucky. And I had to start the conversation on the defense. Teo Hernandez, this year with the bruiser, earthquaking. We didn't see that coming. Even from his gold item, immediately difference maker. Virgil van Dijk. We know what this is all about. The 89, still presently, no issues for a weekend league performance. You're put in a shift. But in my mind, when I think of the most broken player in FIFA history, or FC history, and I'm not necessarily dating this through the past, but his legend, his aura, it just keeps living on. We've seen Mendy. We haven't needed the promos because there have been so many Evo opportunities and pathways to multiply the stat lines and almost choose what type of Mendy you'd like to have in your lineup. He's just built for this award. He is meant to be here. That's how I feel. And I went through so many attackers. I did a deep dive and I just kept coming back to Mendy is in everyone's squad. Moving onward, sweatiest player and maybe sweatiest experience. When you see this individual, you understand the game is not gonna be that fun. And the guy that just keeps coming to mind, and I went through hundreds upon hundreds of names, but when I see, and I'm going up against 90 rated Ginola, I know right then and there for a fact the type of game that I'm gonna be in for. The type of opposition, how he is going to take advantage of the tactics, the switching of the pitch, the holding of the ball, the multiple pauses, the pass across, the build up, the defending, the AI assistance, the whole board. And I know that it's coming with delay. And Ginola just keeps ringing. He lives in my head rent free. And when I see that matchup, I see that individual, I cannot think of a time this year that I've had a good experience. Not one. We're getting into the nitty gritty. We have the Golden Boot Award. This is the player in your club that has scored the most goals for your organization. Put yours in the comment section. All of you can check this. If you've been following us when we live stream, when we're playing our matches, we keep stats of everything. And this could come to a surprise. Another SBC, Nunez, 87. I have been sky high on this item since the release, since the jump. And I know the curve has started catching up. He might not be the same player he once was, but I will not discredit his impact and the goals that he has scored. This is not a typo. These stat lines are from division rivals in the weekend league, and in 223 matches, he has scored 252 goals and somehow managed 147 assists. And when you add that up, that is 399 contributions, which when you divide by total games played, you're looking at almost 1.7 in some helpings for contribution on average per match. I didn't realize the stats were that crazy until I actually did the deeper dive, but he has to be our golden boot. We're getting into the nitty gritty, the Ballon d'Or, the award of all awards, the greatest player in your team. But the item that I love right now, and I truly believe that she deserves this Ballon d'Or achievement and is someone that you can purchase. You can build to. Go for Mia Hamm. And if you can't afford the top line, the baby Mia Hamm is where I'm dialed. Under 2 million coins, likely to get a little more affordable, and she is an absolute pleasure. Changes the way that the game is played. Her movement, anticipation, expression, angles that she can finish from. If you use precision shooting, Mia Hamm is absolutely goated. And I might have an American bias, but if you have not put Mia Hamm in motion, please use this as a notification. Major award, FC Streamer of the Year. And I thought about opening some of this up for votes on Twitter or even community posts, but I didn't necessarily want to make this solely a popularity contest. And the majority of the awards categories are particular to my club or my experiences. And I felt as if that had a more authentic, synergetic, all-encompassing, so here we are. I look at Ozio. This guy's a machine with the content. From the YouTube to the live streaming, the consistency, the amount of content he gets out, it's unbelievable. I watch Nick on the daily. If you're not familiar with Run the Foot Market, he should always be in the conversation. I find plenty of similarities with Nick. He's also a friend. We actually play on the same soccer team in New York City, or at least we have played on the same team. Currently, it's a little too cold outside, taking time off, which I believe is acceptable. The Foot Accountant, Nate, is just a spectacular news source for the daily happenings. Close friend to the channel. Same with Ivan Lapagna, personal favorite to watch. You can argue he's got the best road to glory on the internet, giving you golden tips and pieces of information and entertainment and jokes and clever editing if you watch it on the YouTube side. But when I went over the whole year, top to bottom, I kept coming back to one name. And we started our YouTube journey at similar time periods. And if anything, his stream has truly taken over. And your FC Streamer of the Year award goes to Zwayback HD.
your man.
Yes.
Look at the screen.
The consistency of pure joy and entertainment with creativity around a game that really isn't that innovative. He's a true gem. And I feel as if he's found his calling with streaming. He's got this positivity that's just contagious. And we watch the YouTube videos and the fun intros and the freestyles and the dancing. But this felt like the year. He also got engaged. And his consistency has been absolute perfection. So shout outs his way. I have him as the streamer of the year. Completely okay if you have a different choice, a different favorite, a different person that you feel is more deserving, which brings me to the last category, creator of the year. Pajor, who has been creating his own FC games, so to speak, undoubtedly will hit over 1 million subs in 2025, one of the fastest growing channels. I look at Chuffster, who has multiple channels from reactions to clips to gaming to football. I don't know if there's someone in our community that understands YouTube better. S2G, taking that career mode route, has been absolutely smashing. And you might see a trend here. There's not much happening around Ultimate Team. I would like to give a shout out to Yvonne again, Lapanya. In my opinion, the most enjoyable road to glory to watch on the internet. But the FC creator of the year, I have the hashtag house. Between Shori, Tom, and Harry, it's just pure entertainment. It's almost a reality TV show at this point. I'm receiving episodes. I'm watching hour-long pieces of content that includes a little bit of everything. You've got a vlog aspect, you have challenges, you have the boys interacting. And in a space where gameplay has been on the down, this is one group that kind of gives you a little bit of everything. You've got these pros or former pros and road rules aspect from the MTV days, or maybe the Cribs era. There's a rawness that I truly appreciate, and I find myself watching every single video they put out. And there's not another channel that resembles what these guys have been able to put together in our scene. That said, that has been the Dirty Mike Awards, or the award show around FC in 2024. I wish all of you an amazing and a blessed year heading into 2025. If you'd like to see us do this again in the following year, make sure to show some love. I appreciate all of you, and I have a lot more content coming out ASAP.